So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a reading on our shadow side. The parts of ourselves that we like to ignore or hide from others, and the parts of ourselves that we don't necessarily want to admit. The triggered, most vulnerable parts of ourselves that come out when things hit the fan. So I have here pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'll let you guys pick out your crystal and we're going to hop right into it. Okay, so hopefully you guys picked out a crystal and we're just going to hop right into it. So pile 1, you may have a habit of guilt tripping people. So yeah, pile 1, you have a habit, maybe sometimes you can guilt trip people. And let's really look up what that means. Guilt trip. It's like a form of emotional blackmail that is often designed to manipulate other people by preying on their emotions and feelings of guilt or responsibility. So you like to make people feel bad about what they did to you, make them take responsibility. Like you put all the blame on others at times, perhaps like with your family too. Another thing is sometimes you could care less about your health. This can get you easily addicted to things and you could like really not care about your body at all. You could not care if you live or die. Sometimes. And I never noticed there's a man behind her. You have a habit too of like wanting others to come after you and not being interested in people who are more healthy in that manner, where both of you have to chase each other. You prefer someone just chasing you. For you, this is not an act. You really are unfazed by people. And the thing about it is, you could think that that's their karma, when no, you're just being an asshole. You're just being an asshole, it's not their karma. Also, another thing is, you do like to hype people up, but when they shine a little bit too bright, it's like, okay, don't outshine me now. This could be in regards to like your friends. It could be anybody, honestly. And another thing is you can be always broke, or you can always act broke, or you just prefer for people to help you out, pick you up, or take you places. Like I said earlier, chasing. And you could prefer people who have a bit more money than you. And as far as your family, I feel like, sorry for the noise in the background, but I feel like you stay mad when it comes to your family. Like it's really hard for you to forgive people, which can cause unnecessary bad karma, I guess. Bad parenting triggered. Yeah, you could really hate your family for the stuff that they did. And they might, like, I don't know why I want to validate this for you, but they might actually like have done something, you know. I'm not saying they didn't, but I feel like you hold on to things forever, to the point where they might affect your health, your mental health, your physical health. You could also like gain information about other people and not realize that the information you're gathering about other people, you could like use that against them at some point when you need it. You'll hang on to like notes about people and then use it when you need it and bring it out when you need it. You could really cause a damage to people's emotional health. You could really run people dry. There is a bit of greed when it comes to other people's resources. You definitely use it to your advantage. You use your looks to an advantage. Because I'm looking at this girl. Yeah, like she knows she can get whoever she wants or get what she wants out of someone. And maybe you did that just to survive. But at this point, it's taking on a life of its own. Sometimes it can take out a life of its own. And I'm also getting like a lot of like Lilith energy. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of, so you might have a lot of Lilith. Lilith is very independent in astrology, and if you have a lot of aspects to Lilith, harsh aspects to Lilith, then you could be like fiercely independent or just want to have your needs met all the time and have people like constantly cater to you and stuff. Lilith is can be a very like selfish type of energy. I have also a lot of Lilith in my chart. Like Lilith aspects every part of my chart. Like sun, moon, Venus. So it's a darker energy. It's the dark goddess, the dark feminine energy. I have positive aspects and then I have some harsh aspects. So, I mean, it is what it is, you know? It's just good to be aware of these kind of stuff. You guys could do things for clout or do things to get people's attention. You may, in your relationship, say anything, do anything, or like just play devil's advocate just to see what someone would say. Or just to see how someone would react to it. I'm getting like Lilith and Gemini type energy. Using your mouth to like start stuff. Like this pile really doesn't care, so they'll rip you to pieces with how they feel about you. Basically, when people get you mad, this comes out. This is when someone triggers you. Sometimes it can be unprovoked though, and that's what's toxic too. It's like that's just part of your personality to like get a rise out of people or to mess with people, fuck with people. Because you really be in your head and you overthink to the point where like you stress out or overanalyze things so much, but it could like make you go crazy. Your negative thoughts at times. I'm definitely getting like you can be troubled at times or disturbed because you are in your head a lot. When you refuse to like get into your body or like work out or like do something or like put it in some sort of outlet, you will think yourself to death. So you have to get out of your head, get into your body, go take a walk, go do something, go get a hobby, which I'm sure you guys do that, but it's just like sometimes you physically need to force yourself to do that because you could overthink and like know that you're overthinking and then do it anyway and just not care. Again, not caring about your health, not caring about even doing something about it at times or like helping yourself out at times. Like you could care less. And yeah, you can be very obsessive and very angry, like deep-rooted anger issues. I feel like you sacrifice yourself a lot too. Like you'll sacrifice yourself at times for other people. Some of you will give yourself up or give up parts of yourself for others when you need to be taken care of, or like when your life needs to be looked at but you're so focused on chasing after your goals and like running yourself dry. Perhaps it's for like the internet and stuff, like to like make a name for yourself, or perhaps it's to like make a business, and it can really do a number on like your life at times, because like you get so focused on goals to the point where everything else gets neglected, and that could be a little unbalanced at times. So just balance that out, and you could really not care either. Once again, you really don't care. You want it that bad. Every time your life goes down a spiral, it's due to not being balanced. So try to balance out your life a little bit. Like, this is really hard for you to see. But once you incorporate a bit more balance, relationships, work, goals, hobbies, balance all those things out, love, balance all those things out, and you'll find that you won't have as many mental breakdowns, basically, about it. So yeah, that's everything that I'm getting for you, Pile 1. If you enjoyed this reading and would like to subscribe to my channel, if it's in your best interest, please subscribe. Thank you. So welcome, Pile number 2. This is your reading on your shadow. You could romanticize the darker parts of your personality, or just darker practices, witchcraft, or dark art in general, whether that's being into occult things or being into ghosts or paranormal things. Like, you're very fascinated by the underworld, and you could romanticize dangerous things. It can even be not just that, but like toxic things. You could find people's toxic behaviors attractive. Like, you understand people a little bit too much, to the point where you let things slide. You stay committed to people even when you know you shouldn't. Ooh, look at that. It says enter at your own risk. You like to engage in activities that are, or people that are kind of dangerous, where you yourself knows this about yourself and you don't care to do anything about it, or you love that about yourself. This is making me think of like Ouija boards, pendulums. This is making me think of the time when I had a whole summer just using the pendulum. Before I realized I could read tarot, I was playing with the pendulum. But you know how you say goodbye? I thought I said goodbye, but it turns out the portal that I opened in my room was not closed. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I would take it to the shower and just like talk to the dead, because at this point in my life, I wasn't talking to anybody. And I was going through a lot of so yeah, I was talking, like, my friends were people from the other side, and I was talking to them all summer, which is probably not good. I had to cleanse my room for weeks for them to go away. I let them pick out my clothes. This is making me think of the time where I played a little bit too much with ghosts. So you might find yourself in situations, not literally like that because I'm crazy, but you might entertain things that you know you shouldn't be entertaining. Just for a distraction. Okay, let me get out another deck. Alright. Let's pile two's shadow side. Okay. We have forgetting oneself and peaceful among thorns. Okay, so pile 2. You could let things happen to you. Your passive nature. You may be too passive at times and you easily forget about yourself. You let things happen to you, like harmful things. Like you let people treat you a certain way. You let people think that they're better than you. I don't know, it's weird. You let people walk all over you or just treat you however they feel like they should. In the time you don't stand up for yourself as much as you should at times. This could be in love, this could be family, friends. Where do you let people hold that kind of power over you in your life? This is the opposite of number 1. Number 1 was like more on the getting what they want regardless of how other people feel, and this is more like letting people get what they want. Too selfless. In the name of love, I'm hearing. Yeah, in the name of love, because you love other people, you cherish them, you care too much about other people. And I'm also hearing like your boundaries may be weak. You need better boundaries. You need to know when to draw the line in the sand. You might be like me where you are very isolated, or you feel isolated, or you purposely separate yourself from the world and you keep a lot of things to yourself when you should be speaking on it, speaking your truth and prioritizing how you feel about things. Keep looking at forgetting oneself. Yeah, like you could wear a mask and people not realize how you really feel because you make it seem like it's okay without really telling people how you really feel about it. So you could be a little fake about too. And it's not to call you out like that, but we all have this capability. We all have to be fake in certain situations, like work and stuff, just to like get by and stuff. But I mean, like when it comes to love relationships, you really gotta communicate to that person, or else they won't know, or they won't. Maybe that'll make them respect you a little bit more, is when you speak up. In relationships, love relationships, like you gotta let people know, or it could come out all over the place if you don't, or like it'll come out in certain ways that you respond or act, but you won't say it. But yeah, so like instead of saying how you feel about a situation, or really feeling that, or fixing that, or working through that, it comes out in the things that you do, in ways where you regret, or in ways that, I don't know, maybe that's something you need to embody, is moving on, letting go, loving you. Maybe that's something you need to embody at times, instead of having them sweet talk you, or you coming off a certain way when you know that's not how you feel. Yeah, this makes me feel like this is mostly for love. You could really regret certain things in love. The way you move, the way you behave. You could tell yourself things that aren't true about someone. Your mind plays tricks on you sometimes. Or how you move in certain situations can make you feel like, damn, I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. A lot of like self-esteem. Your shadow is like your self-esteem, and maybe working on that a bit, because it would make you show up differently. Yeah, you could really act on impulse at times with people and then regret it later. Make major changes in your life and then regret it. This just makes me feel like you don't really think things through. Like you don't sit down and meditate on things. Like you just go, go, go. And you drive yourself crazy when you isolate yourself too much. I get it. Sometimes we need to withdraw ourselves from things, but you do it so much. You do it way too much. Because when I said that, I looked at this. When you do that, when you isolate yourself this much, like it makes things creep up on you, like paranoia, fear. Fear is a big one. I want to look up something real quick on my phone. Okay, so when you isolate yourself too much, that can cause depression and anxiety. That might be where your depression and anxiety is coming from. Or like you not wanting to like live anymore, or just self-harming or addictions. Yeah, isolation for a long time can have various negative effects on a person's physical and mental well-being. Prolonged isolation includes increased stress, anxiety, depression, decreased cognitive function, weakened immune system, disrupted sleep patterns. Social isolation can lead to feelings of loneliness and lack of social support, so it can impact an individual's overall quality in life. And bringing it back to what I said in the beginning, you could romanticize that about yourself, that you're a loner. But like, okay, you're a loner. This is me too, by the way, I'm talking to myself. Okay, we're loners. But at some point it's like, okay, it's time to put ourselves back out into the world. It's time to interact with people. It's just a matter of getting yourself out of your head again. Getting yourself into your body and out of your head. I spoke about this in part 1 too. Because it's easy for you to think of people this way, like they're doing something shady to you, or people are out to get you, when it's just you're too isolated. Get out of the house. Get out of the house type stuff. So yeah, that is everything that I'm getting for you, pile 2. If you enjoyed this reading and if it's in your best interest, please subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bro, this creamer Best creamer I ever tasted in my life. I switch from like dairy to non-dairy all the time. But when I want to do dairy, I put sweet cream or white chocolate. Bomb. Alright, so welcome, pal number 3. This is your reading on your shadow side. The parts of yourself you rather not admit to yourself, or rather not see. Okay, so pal 3, you may like drama. That could be your little vice that you don't really see about yourself, but you clearly see in others. But you have the same thing, pal 3. You're the same way. The dark parts you see in other people is kind of like a clue of things about you that you don't see in yourself. Or like you disown negative parts about yourself and you put it on others. Especially when it comes to like tea, gossip, drama. Like you could like hearing about it. As long as you're not in it. You like hearing tea. And this could be in real life or it could be celebrity. Like for example, I watch Sloan sometimes. You know, the gossip channel, Sloan. I could watch that sometimes and not realize what I'm listening to, what I'm putting into my brain that I know is useless information, you know. There's a lot of things about yourself that you don't see because you're so used to hiding it from other people, or you're so used to like hiding in general or escaping. And you can be a bit codependent at times and put things off, procrastinate. And you could wear your toxic traits on your sleeve. You're very open about your toxic traits. Yeah, very transparent, which I feel like that's a good thing. What's the problem with that spirit? You could be open about it and still just start drama or not care to change it anyway, I guess. Like, yeah, I have demons. Yeah, I'm like that. I could be a little toxic. About 3. Do you want to fix it, or you just like to admit it? These past 2 piles, I was doing that too. Like, I do this for every pile because I resonate with every pile. I'm a little toxic, I'm not gonna lie. And sometimes I can acknowledge it, but like, okay, what am I gonna do about it? So I just don't want you to feel like coming at you with no faults of my own, because girl, I'm more down bad than you think. Anyways, revenge. Oh my god, y'all can be spiteful AF and never let it go. You don't let go of situations, you hang on to situations and then you close off, especially in relationships. Like, it can go from being this beautiful, wonderful relationship to like this dark, deep hurt that comes out inside of you because you're triggered. And you can not even realize that you are a little bit vengeful. Even if it's small things, you still can like be like, alright, bet, I'm gonna remember that. But I feel like you put on an armor instead and be like, okay, they're not gonna get that side of me anymore. I bet. People can really make you feel some type of way, like you give a lot of your power away when you indulge or flip out or show off your emotions. Like, it feels good to indulge. You like expressing your emotions. Maybe you bottled them up for a minute. That's the thing. It's like, maybe you could use a little bit of holding back and bottling stuff up, but nah, like, you just let it all out and you don't care because it feels good. Like, nah, I'm gonna show you how I feel. I don't care if I end up alone. Like, you need to care a little bit if you end up alone, Patrick. You know what I mean? Like, don't let everything go to shit now. Like, come on. It's okay to try sometimes. It's okay to put in a little effort. But I feel like it's easy for you to feel betrayed in situations when maybe you should be taking a more understanding approach. Or putting yourself in other people's shoes. I know you know how to do that, but do you do that enough? Do you do that enough? This strikes me as a pal who's very self-aware. You know how you be, but it's like you let people feed off of you sometimes. Because when you flip out and give off your emotions, people feed off that. People feed off the reactions you give them. So sometimes it would benefit for you to not give them the reaction that they want from you. Like, that's actually a better plan. That's actually how you get your lick back. Even though I shouldn't be encouraging that, but yeah, that's actually how you want revenge. Don't show your emotions all the time. Don't give away shit all the time. Don't tell people how you feel all the time. Like, sometimes just keep it to yourself. You could say something today and then feel something different about it tomorrow. Because how you react when you're mad and how you react when you're calm are very different for you, pal 3. Yeah, like, you can act like a hater at times and not realize you're acting like a hater. And you really could be someone's worst nightmare. You take on a lot of people's energy, so just be sure to clear out your energy, do some Palo Santo, do some sage, because you could be taking on the emotions of other people too. This is definitely giving me like overactive throat chakra, or like your throat chakra has been blocked and now you want to use it. Like, you've held it back for so long, but now you want to just let it all out type of energy. Yeah, like I'm getting like a storm or like a volcano that hasn't erupted in years. Yeah, okay, so maybe for others of you, you might like not, it might be the opposite. It might be you don't say anything for a long time and then you explode. And for others, you explode off of the smallest things. Or you could do both. You could do both. You could vary from doing one thing and then change it up and do something else. You also may have either you are Captain Save-A-Ho or you're always a damsel in distress who needs saving. If you're a dude, the toxic trait or your shadow side could be not practicing safe, you know what, sex, not care to practice safe sex. Or if you're a girl, you could not care if a guy wraps it up. And that can be a little dangerous, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really can catch something or get pregnant. So this Paul definitely like loves drama or like needs it to feel something. And like, if you're in a commitment with somebody, you could like, I don't know, be like a hater to your partner instead of being supportive. It's up to you to stop the cycle. Yeah, maybe you didn't get the support you needed, but that's not an excuse to like keep the cycle going. Someone needs to break the cycle. Show support even if you weren't shown support. Change your story, change your narrative. You don't have to be a product of your past. but you wear your product of your past like a badge. You wear what happened to you as something that gives you open door to continue to act that way. When you can stop at any moment, or you can really, really try to not be that way if you really wanted to. Are you really over the drama, or are you unconsciously attached to it, not realizing? You could use breaking up with someone as a weapon when you're angry, and that can cause a lot of harm at times. Or if someone's doing that to you, like maybe it's time to, you know, work through that or fix that, or like really come to terms with that, because that can really wear down a relationship. And yes, it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to be honest, it's okay to show your demons, because, you know, in a way it is honest, it's real. This is who I am, and I respect that about you, and I respect that about me too. But at the same time, at what point are we going to be like, all right, are we going to continue just wearing this as a badge, or are we going to do something about it? In the moment, it's really hard to do something about it because you're so triggered. But recently I went to the store and I bought a journal to kind of have an outlet. I go to the gym, but I also need like more than just the gym, because that's how strong my emotions are sometimes. So I bought a journal. Maybe you guys should buy a journal. Start journaling. Like, do everything in your power to see if that works, and I'll let you guys know. And it's easy for you to get caught up in like messy situations too, probably, for some. You could entertain people who like you when you're in a relationship. Like, you could know someone has a crush on you, and or just be weird about it. I don't know. When you're in a relationship or when you're taken. So just be mindful of that. Because you know, if someone was doing that to you, you will flip the out. Because people are attracted to you like a moth to a flame. Top 3. People really do actually wait in line to get in a relationship with you. So be easy. You don't have to keep people around. It's okay. They're going to be there. Check yourself, top 3. Sometimes you really, if no one around you is going to check you, sometimes you got to check yourself. But anyways, that is everything that I'm getting for you, pal 3. If this is in your best interest, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. Bye.